First book is The Rainbow Fish Finds His Way by Marcus Pfister. Deep in the sea, a terrible storm was approaching. Nearly all of Rainbow Fish's friends had taken shelter in their protective cave. Only the little striped fish and the rainbow fish were still swimming about. "Come on," the little striped fish said. "We have to go back to the others. We're only safe from the storm if we're in the cave." "You go on ahead," Rainbow Fish said. "I'm almost finished collecting these wonderful blue pebbles. I'll be right there." "Hurry, please!" The striped fish didn't want to leave his friend. "It's far too dangerous out here in the open." But the rainbow fish was too busy to be afraid. Just as he was gathering one last pebble, the storm hit. He tried to swim against the rushing water, but it was too strong. A whirling current of water tore through with such force that Rainbow Fish was whipped back against a rock. And suddenly, everything went black. Then a current swept him away. When he could finally see again, the storm was over. Dazed, he looked around. The water was so cloudy that he couldn't see the fins of any of his friends. As the water cleared, he realized that it wasn't just the water. He had no idea where he was. Suddenly, Rainbow Fish backed into something prickly. "Ouch! Watch where you're swimming," rumbled a voice. Rainbow Fish looked to see who had spoken. It was a spiky pufferfish, hidden among some water cactus. "My, oh my! Who have we here? I've never seen you in these parts before." "That's because I've never been here before," Rainbow Fish said. And he told how the storm had dragged him away from his friends. "Do you have any idea how I can find my way back?" Rainbow Fish asked. "My friends all have a glittery silver scale like this one." "A glitter school," said the pufferfish. "How unique. But no, I have no idea. Never seen a scale like that in my life. What if I take you to my friend the scalp? She gets around more than I do. Maybe she could help you." The scallop listened calmly to the problem. She thought for a long time, cleared her throat, and finally said, "The only school of fish around here is a school of striped fish, but there's not a glittering scale among them." "Striped fish?" Rainbow Fish picked up. "One of my friends is a striped fish." "Well then," said the scallop, "I'll take you to them."
Yay!
"Excuse me for asking," said the rainbow fish, "but how can you just take me there? You don't have any fins to swim with." "Just you watch." The scallop suppressed a smile. Before Rainbow Fish knew what was happening, the scallop was on her way. She snapped the two sides of her shell together and shot through the water as fast as Rainbow Fish could follow. "Here we are," the scallop said, sounding pleased with herself. The Rainbow Fish looked around. They were in the middle of a strange undersea landscape. It reminded him of the limestone cave and made him nervous. "Excuse me," he said to the scallop, "but where are all the striped fish?" "Come on out, everybody," called the scallop. "He's harmless."
Yay!
Timidly, the striped fish began to appear. They had hidden themselves well. Now all Rainbow Fish could see was more and more of them. But you're not green at all. He looked at the fish with disappointment. Now I'll never find my way home. Green? Asked the striped fish. You mean green with gold stripes, like your cousins? That's right, Rainbow Fish said, surprised. Well, we know where to find them. We'll take you right over to their school, said the fish. From a distance, Rainbow Fish already recognized the school of green and gold striped fish. They looked exactly like his friend. The little striped fish had lived with Rainbow Fish and his friends ever since he'd gotten separated from his own school. The green striped fish were delighted when Rainbow Fish told them that their long-lost brother was safe and well. But when Rainbow Fish asked for help finding home, they had no idea at all where to direct him. With a heavy heart, Rainbow Fish realized that he would have to search the ocean on his own until he found his friends. He felt something poking under his fin. What was that? It was one of the blue pebbles he had been gathering before the storm. Here, said Rainbow Fish to school. You should have this to remember your brother. He and I were collecting these when I got caught in the storm. He gave the pebble to the fish. One of the older striped fish came forward and looked closely at the stone. I've seen this type of stone before, he said. They're quite rare. They can only be found in one place. I've found such pebbles in the past. I know right where they are. For a moment, it was utterly still. Then everyone began to swim around Rainbow Fish and bubble with excitement. They can help him after all. Yay! Together they raced to the bed of blue pebbles where they saw Rainbow Fish's friends, searching for him. Of course, the little striped fish was among them. And so it happened that the two schools of fish were reunited with their long-lost friends at last. Yay! That night, they all had a party to celebrate. They had so much fun that they will all remember it for years and years to come. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when Rainbow Fish made it home. The Rainbow Fish. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him the Rainbow Fish. Come on, Rainbow Fish, they would call. Come and play with us. But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow Fish, he called, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many. You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the Rainbow Fish. Get away from me! Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset. He told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They just turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me? I can't answer that for you, said the starfish. But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then suddenly, 2 eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. I have been waiting for you, said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. I can't, the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How can I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt a light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very, very small shimmering scale, he thought. Well, maybe I won't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much. The little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him was filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away. Yet, he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, they called. Come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish, and as happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. The end. What was your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when the rainbow fish gave away one scale to every other fish, and then they became his friends again. Thank you for reading with me.